Welcome back to another real-life driving test with full instructor commentary. For this one, we are at the Wigston Test Centre in Leicester.
Don't forget to follow the link below if you want a £50 discount on your car insurance. That's myfirst.com/rdrive.
So there's a one-way system that runs through Wigston Test Centre, so you're going to be coming out to this giveaway first of all here, making effective observations of course, before moving on to the next giveaway where we'll be turning left. So we're starting by following the sat-nav, and straight away you will be arriving at this mini roundabout where you'll either be turning left or right. Now, this is one of the very first junctions as you come out from the test centre, so you're going to be nervous and you need to make sure you take your time and make effective observations. Now, the next mini roundabout we get to, we will be turning right, and this is quite often a roundabout where pupils will pick up a fault for hesitation turning right, because oncoming traffic is quite often a heavy flow, and of course you take priority turning right because the oncoming traffic can't turn right, there's nothing to turn to. So you need to make sure that, having made effective observations, that your right hand side is clear and there's nothing turning, you come in and you stop that flow of traffic. It's your priority and you turn right, because if you stop and you allow that traffic to keep on flowing ahead, you could fail for hesitation. Now, quite often down here you could be asked to pull up on the left or take one of these turnings on the left. So we're going to be taking the second left, and around here we're being cautious of parked cars meeting and passing. So as we turn into the road here, just always be prepared that there could be cars parked on your side of the road, and come in ready to stop if needs be. So here is our first of three pulling up on the left, and this one we pull up from behind this parked car here, so I would imagine that this would go down as our angled start from behind another parked vehicle. This particular examiner was really great with my student, who was extremely nervous and he could tell, so he'd told her to just take a moment, take a breath, everything is fine, and then we move on once she'd calmed herself down. Now, this is another road here where you're quite commonly asked to pull up on the left, or you could even do one of your manoeuvres down here, such as a parallel park or pulling up on the right and reversing back. As you see, we've got quite a lot of space. It's a wide road, so it's a good one to be doing your pull-ups and your manoeuvres along here. Now, this junction down here is usually always really busy, so you need to make sure that you just take your time, don't rush into an unsafe gap, make effective observations both ways. I actually ended up cutting about 2 minutes out of that section where we were waiting in the queue, so just shows you how long you can be waiting for a safe gap at this junction. So back onto another residential road here that's great for doing pulling up on the left and parking manoeuvres. So along this road here, we asked to pull up on the left in a safe place, and then just further down the road, we are asked to do our pull up on the right and reverse 2 car lengths, which will be our parking manoeuvre. Now remember that your reverse exercises are all about control and observation. So just take your time and make sure that you are making effective observations, you've checked those blind spots, and you continue to do so throughout. And having been on the wrong side of the road, do make sure that if you have any oncoming traffic, you're stationary whilst they pass you. So here we're coming up to the notorious Shackadell Road junction, which we are quite often asked to turn right at this set of lights here. So just make sure that you are confident and familiar with turning right at these types of junctions, as we do tend to turn right at a lot of lights on the Leicester tests. You'll see on this test in particular, we turn right at about 3 sets of lights, and you need to be confident in where you position yourself and how you know that you've got an opportunity to go. Now, we have an oncoming car, the black car here, that does look misleading as he starts in the left turn lane and then comes across. So we did end up slowing him down somewhat, which received a driving fault, but benefit of the doubt because he was in the other lane to start off with when my student had committed to the turn. Now make sure you know how to read those bus lane signs, as if it's in operation, you need to stay out of it, but outside of those operation times, you need to be using it as a normal lane. So this one is Monday to Friday, 7:30 to 9:30. So on a 1:30 test, we are going to be using that bus lane in our normal driving position. Now, if you notice here, these two vehicles on the right-hand side get undertaken in the bus lane by this Porsche, which is exactly what you don't want to happen to you. Because if you are out in that right-hand lane unnecessarily, not taking a right turn or overtaking, and you get undertaken, it could result in you failing. Now we do our third and final pull up on the left here. And we just take a moment to have a break, have a breather, have some water. So do remember, you can take water with you on the test. So when you pull up, if you need a moment and a nice refresh, especially if you get a dry mouth when you're nervous and concentrating. And on this occasion, my student did get a nice lot of reassurance from the examiner as well, which was exactly what she needed. Now we come to this set of lights here, which is probably one of the trickiest to turn right at, as it's a very small junction, there's not a lot of room, no markings and no secondary light. So you need to make sure you position yourself in a safe place, but not in the way of anyone else. Now we do almost receive a serious fault here because we wait for far too long when the car in front is clearly stationary. So we did get a driving fault for that, and had we waited any longer, that would have been a serious fault for hesitation, as we did wait far too long, even though the oncoming traffic had stopped. Now, these types of main roads here, you need to be really mindful of the speed limit, because some of them can feel like a 40, but we know when we have lampposts, or we have the street lights, it is 30 unless you've seen otherwise. So unless you've seen a change of speed or the lampposts have speed signs, the repeater signs on them, if it's an alternative speed limit, make sure that you do stick to 30 on these roads. Now our position coming off this roundabout really isn't ideal, as we should be spiralling out now to that outside lane, but we stay on the inside. Do make effective observations on the left and come across so everything was okay, but you must make sure that you are spiralling out when the markings are there. So coming onto this road now, we can see that the speed limit has changed to a 40, and then you will find that you have the 40 repeater signs on the lampposts. So with this one here, if you're unsure, just do 30, but do be looking out for those speed signs, which we've seen. We've drove past a few now, so that you don't get faulted for driving too slow. So up to 40 if it's safe to do so along here, but do bear in mind there are quite a few pedestrian crossings, so make sure you're anticipating the light changes for those as they come up. So coming back down to 30 now, as we can see, and coming up, we're going to be following the road ahead at the lights, and along here you will find that we have a couple of lane merges, so you need to make sure that you're making effective observations at those merges and it's safe, you haven't got anyone sitting on your side. So we can see here, this is the first lane merge where the right lane narrows coming into the left, so make sure you're checking that right hand side. People can get very pushy, so make sure that you're not going to meet at that point there where it narrows. And again, after the lights you have another lane merge, so just be very observant at those and make sure that you're going to be in a safe position to merge. Now we are just going to be following the road ahead all the way down to the pork pie roundabout now. So again, the main thing on this road, remember, it is 30 miles an hour. If you've got people sitting up quite close behind you, acknowledge them, but ignore them. Don't let them push you into a higher speed, breaking the speed limit. You stick to 30 and do the safe, legal speed limit. So coming up to Pork Pie roundabout here, and we're instructed to take the second exit to South Wigston. So we're getting in the left lane because it's the second left to South Wigston. Now we were too close to the light to stop at the amber when it changes, but do bear in mind amber does mean stop if it's safe to do so. So if we were further back we would have stopped at that amber light. You've also got these keep clears on the roundabout, so when it's busy make sure you do not proceed if it's going to land you in a keep clear. So we're now just following the road ahead all the way back down to the test centre. So make sure that you are approaching these mini roundabouts with effective observations, and you know that you're on the final stretch, so don't start rushing. Take your time, take a breath, and make sure you arrive back to that test centre safely. If you've already done your parking manoeuvre out on the test, then you'll just be asked to park forward in any bay that's available at the test centre, and it won't be counted. If not, you may be asked to do a reverse bay park as your parking
Thank you
manoeuvre.
very much for watching.
So do remember, please like and subscribe and press notify.